Hello, everyone. I'm Colleen Vanderzijden, and this is Embracing Your Essence on Lilydale Radio. This show is all about you, who you are at your soul level, which is great because tonight we are going to be talking about the soul, who you truly are. Let me deal with all the things that are happening now in front of me on Facebook. And so feel free to come right in, and as you're joining in, say hello so that I know you are here, and tell me where you're from because I do like to know that information as well. So, as I said, we are going to be talking about your soul tonight and how to connect with it, how to use the information about who you are at your soul level as a guide toward creating the life you want to live. And of course, before I get to that, I will do my normal advertisements for you to let you know everything you need to know. LilydaleAssembly.org is where you will find out what's happening in Lilydale. There are 2 workshops coming up, and I'm going to tell you about them. March 19th, True Colors, Understanding Yourself and Others by Fran Walsh. And on March 26th, Psychic Mastery from Psychometry to Pendulum with Dan Johnson. So those are 2 workshops coming up. But if you go to lilydaleassembly.org, you can find out about all the workshops that are coming up. And thank you for saying hello and joining me. And they have moved the comments back to where they used to be. So I tell you, Facebook, every time I log in, everything is different. So I'm just going to say hello to people. Hello, Holly and Denise, Stormy, Florida. I know we're going to get lots of rain tomorrow, I think. Thank you, Teresa, Shane, and Leanne, and Leslie. Annette, nice to see you. I'm looking forward to seeing you at some point here. Julie, and Elizabeth, and Kim, and Sade, and Teresa again, and Dana, and Judy, and Christine. Look at all you people joining me tonight. Ray and Kayla. It's because I'm going to do readings, right? You're all here. You're ready for readings tonight, aren't you? Mary, Danette, Darlene, Cindy, Leanne. Oh, my goodness. Kelly, Michelle, if I skipped any of you here, sorry. There were so many. If you are on Lilydale Assembly Incorporated's page, I cannot see your comments. So you can be there for a bit, but if you want to have a chance at getting a soul reading, you'll need to come over to my page, Colleen Vanderzijden, Medium and Intuitive Life Coach, because I cannot see the comments on Lilydale's page, so I can't connect with you. So if you're on my page, I can. So tonight, Fort Plain, I had a friend who grew up there. Did I tell you that, Diane? Probably. Hello, Cindy. Hi, Randy. And Cindy. Yes. Okay. So what else do I need to tell you? You can see someone last week suggested I enable the stars on my page, and it actually worked. Before I was not eligible, but now I am. So I did do that. If you want to play with stars, I put information there. You can do that if you like. I do want to tell you I have a retreat coming up. Reimagine Your Life retreat, the beginning of June, the first weekend in June in Cassadaga, New York, right around the corner from Lilydale Assembly. It is going to be so much fun. We are going to play with all sorts of things. We are going to do some aura work. We are going to do some dowsing. We're going to connect with your inner guidance. We're going to do automatic writing. We are going to do some creative things. There's so many things we're going to do. So if you are ready for an in-person workshop, go to my website, ColleenVanderzijden.com, and right at the top you will see a link to the workshop, the retreat, and then you can find out more about it. It's going to be so much fun. So if you're ready for that, let's see, what else do we have to talk about? So tonight we are going to talk about the soul. We are going to talk about who you really are, your limitlessness of your soul. We are going to talk about your divine essence. We are going to talk about how understanding who you truly are at your soul level, how it can help guide you as you move forward in your life. It's going to be so much fun. And of course, I am going to do some mini soul readings for people. I do have some things I will talk about first. I had a couple people request that I still teach something. So I will talk about the soul first, but I will leave more than enough time to do a whole bunch of readings. They will be short, well, as short as they can be. You know me, I talk a lot. So we'll see if they are short or not. I will go as long as I can until my energy is telling me I'm done. Even though I only have it set for an hour, So I do offer soul readings as another option in addition to the mediumship readings, because a lot of people these days really do want to know who they are at the soul level. So I do have those options available if you want to make appointments. And speaking of appointments, the summer season is starting June 24th, and I already have days that are filling up for readings, which I would assume means that other mediums are having the same thing happening. So you might want to make appointments if you're planning to come in the summer and to go there. So let's see, what else do I have to tell you? I think that's it. So again, I am Colleen Van Der Zijden. I'm a registered medium at Lilydale. I'm also a certified intuitive life coach. Every week on this show, I tell you something, give you some kind of lesson, some kind of guidance, some kind of inspiration to help you live your best life. It is my passion to do this. So hello, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm really appreciating you all being here. And well, let's get right to it. Okay. So this is a little bit of a continuation from last week's show where I did the auras. We talked about colors and the interpretations. I gave a few people some aura readings where I told them about themselves. The aura does connect with the soul, of course, because the aura is a reflection of our soul's energy. So we're going to go a little bit deeper with the soul this evening. And then, as I said, I will do those soul readings as we go. And you do want to ask questions. If you have any questions, feel free to send questions and I will respond to them as we go. Okay, so let's talk about the soul. What is the soul? You know, we think about the soul and we know it's, part of us. We know it's inside us. The soul is our essence, who we truly are. We are so much more than we think we are. We are more than our labels. We are more than our self-perceptions. We are more than what other people believe we are. We are more than the experience of our physical life. Our soul is an energy. It is an energy that connects with the divine, okay? It's an energy that connects with the divine. Within this soul, that's how we are a part of the oneness that goes with the universal divine energy. We are connected to everyone and everything, and we do this through our soul, the energy of our soul level. We, in that energy, are, as I said, connected to everyone and everything. The oneness is there. This energy, and we know a bit about energy, right? How energy works. It is beyond the physical plane. The soul energy is the love, the light, the positive energies of kindness and positivity. In the oneness, our soul is limitless. Okay, there are no restrictions. Nothing is holding us back. We're part of this huge, vast field of abundance. Okay. Our soul is an individual expression of the divine universal energy. It is an individual expression of the divine universal energy. We are all a part of it, but each one of us is unique, and expressing our soul physically in this lifetime helps other people. It helps raise the collective vibration of the whole. And we each will express our soul in different, unique ways. Even though we are love, we will express our love in different ways. Okay, so that's we're going to be talking about tonight. How exciting! Do you feel the excitement with this? I'm going to talk about how things happen with the soul and a little bit. Don't worry, it won't go on for long because I know y'all want me to get to the readings. Society, culture, our programming, which I've talked about a lot over the past few years here, these things actually can block our truth, the truth of our soul. They block our soul's expression, especially if we're unaware, okay? We pick up beliefs as we grow and learn, trying to fit in and belong in life. And we pick up these beliefs that actually limit ourselves. In our physical life, so many of us have become fear-based. We make decisions in an attempt to avoid fear, pain, to avoid discomfort. We've become externally focused. And when we do this, we are limiting ourselves. We start to doubt ourselves. We feel like we're incapable. And as humans, many of us tend to measure our value or worth by our external successes, how well we do financially, or what kind of validation we get from other people. But what we want to do instead of being so human is to fall into the spiritual aspect, into the soul aspect, and understand who we truly are at that level and look at life from the internal perspective of the soul. We have been going through a consciousness shift, which I have been talking about for 2 or 3 years for sure. And also, we put the pandemic, the effects of that on top of this, or as part of the consciousness shift. And what's happening is many people are waking up to the realization that the life they're living is not the life they want to have anymore. People are starting to recognize that these physical things, these external things outside of ourselves, are not really what's giving us what we want. Okay, we are yearning for something that's more satisfying, more meaningful. Some people won't know what's missing, okay? And a lot of us have been there or maybe there now where we just don't know what's missing, but we know we need something else. We may not know how to improve our lives. We might not know what to do. But what's happening with this consciousness shift is that people are opening up to the idea that they can have more out of life, that they don't have to stay stuck satisfied, in quotes there, or maybe dissatisfied with whatever is happening in their lives. They can have more. They can have more meaning. They can have more joy, more peace, more love. They can have more fun, right? We can have more fun. So what so many people are looking for, which they may not know and might not agree with me, just because I am coming at it from a spiritual perspective here, is that we're looking for that soul-oriented perspective. In this consciousness shift, we are evolving to a higher vibration, a higher level of a perspective. In that place, when we are in that higher vibration, living from our soul, we have access to that limitless energy where we can create the most amazing, joyful life, where we're in that spiritual flow of abundance, where we feel that oneness, where we feel the one and the love and the light, where we understand that we are all connected. I'm looking at a comment for a minute. We are in West Virginia in the hospital a week now and a few more weeks left to go. Oh my goodness. Well, Rebecca, I'll send you lots of love and healing. What's happening here is our souls want to be expressed. They want to be expressed. So it is time. It is time to reveal our souls, to reconnect with who we are at our soul level. Now, I do have to mention my book, of course, because my book is all about helping people reconnect to who they truly are, helping people reclaim their power so that they can live that joyful life where they don't get stuck in negative emotions because somebody said something to them, or that they're in a stressful situation. So there's strategies in there to help. So I'm going to mention it. Here we are. Courageously You, Magical Mind Games to get unstuck and reignite your joy. This book can help you, okay? I'm not doing a sales pitch. I wrote the book because I knew it would help people. I wrote the book because the strategies in it helped me. And I have to tell you, and I think I mentioned this last week, but I have to say it again, that a friend of mine called me almost annoyingly happy. I just love that because it does kind of symbolize, if you will, who I am. I have gone through so much to try to get to my soul's essence, and I'm still working on it. So the reason I wanted to talk about this, not only because it's going to be fun to do the readings in a few minutes, but also because it's so important for us to understand that we are more than we think we are, that we are our souls, and we can intentionally use it and get there. We can intentionally choose to live from our soul's perspective. So here's some signs that your soul might be wanting to be expressed. Think about some of this as you go. Okay, they're not in any order. They just came into my head. I jotted them down so I wouldn't forget. And we'll be getting to those readings soon. Don't worry. I know you're all excited. And don't worry, I will talk and talk and talk until I can't anymore. So one thing to think about to see if your soul is yearning to be expressed. Maybe you're starting to think that you're tired of being who you should be, in quotes, and instead you want to be who you really are. You want to live from your truth. That's one thing where your soul is getting there. I'm going to look at the comments for a second. I love your book. Thank you. Your book has been my Bible since I've gotten it. My book is a resource. I want the book to be used as a resource that people can come back to time and again and go, oh, I need a new magical mind game to play with to get me out of my head, to get me out of feeling stuck, to get me out of feeling angry, whatever it might be. So you can come back and you can use a magical mind game to disassociate from the difficult emotions. So getting back to your power, because when we get in those difficult emotions, that's when we're out of our power, because we can get out of control. So yes, thank you. Live your truth. Yes, that's what it is. I want you to live your truth as your soul. So your soul might want to be expressed if you're starting to feel like you're tired of being who you should be. You're taking care of everybody else. You're not taking care of yourself. And now you realize you got to be in your truth. Some people are feeling lost. They don't know who they are anymore. They don't know how to move forward. Some people have felt this dark night of the soul. That's letting you know your soul wants to be expressed. Okay, yes, tired of who I should be and want to connect deeper with who I truly am. Yes. Sometimes we feel like we're just a little dissatisfied with life, and we feel like there should be a bigger purpose. Okay, that there should be more to life, that something is missing. Our lives could be perfect. There could be nothing wrong with us. And I talk about that in my book. For me, how I felt like there was nothing wrong in my life, but it felt like something was missing and I felt lost. So that's a sign that your soul wants to express itself. From that feeling that maybe there's something missing, you start to realize that there is more to life than the physical. There is more to life than the physical. We might have, when we start to have this experience that we want more, there should be more, we might have what we call a spiritual awakening, where we understand there is truly more. Is self-medicating a sign? That's a good question. It's interesting. I caught that. Yes, Kathy, I would say that. Because if we are self-medicating, it means we are unhappy with something for whatever reason, right? So that means we are not living in our truth, that something in our lives needs to be adjusted or shifted. Okay, so open your mind. And when we open our minds to be curious about who we are, to be curious about who our soul is, what our soul wants to express, we have to open up to it. We have to allow it to be revealed to us. And we have to be willing to change our mind about what we believe to be true about ourselves and about how we think life works. We've been brought up to believe we should focus on the external. We've been brought up to believe that we need other people to tell us how wonderful we are. We've been brought up to believe we need to take care of everybody else first. Okay, so these things are all beliefs that have led us away from our soul. We've become disempowered. So to shift this and start to really look at your life from the soul's perspective, you have to open up, be curious, and not judge yourself. We don't want to go, oh, I should have known this so long ago. I can't believe I think this. I can't believe that. No, we're going to show love to ourselves. Can there be a block stuck in a rut instead of lost? Yes, there certainly can, Holly. Absolutely. Sometimes a block, well, usually a block, is a belief that needs to be adjusted. Something needs to shift again. There are so many things. Now, what I will do, you guys, is when we finish the show tonight, I will go through all the comments because I know I missed a whole bunch. I've just been chatting on because I'm in a rush to help you guys. And I will write down the comments and your questions, and maybe I will continue again next week. Why not, right? If you have a lot of questions and I don't answer them, why not? We just continue next week. How do we overcome fear? That's a good one. Hold on, I'll come back to that. I'm so concerned with helping others, I forget about myself. There are so many people who do that, right? Because we've been brought up like that, especially females. We've been brought up that we're supposed to take care of everybody else, and then we do forget about ourselves. We put ourselves on the back burner, if we even have it on the burner at all, okay? I feel so lost. I'm looking for my authentic self. Now, the fear is all related to all of this. Hence the title of my book, Courageously You. We want to be in our power of who we truly are. That means we're in the power of our soul, okay? The more aware we are of who we truly are at our soul level, and this tonight we're just going to hit like the tip of the iceberg on this, but the more we open to that and allow it to be revealed to us, the stronger our power becomes and the fear will diminish. When we are courageous, what that means is we express ourselves, we do something even with the fear. We choose to stand up for ourselves. We choose to be our courageous selves. We may still be nervous. We might still have a little fear. We might be anxious about something if we have to speak our truth or upset somebody else or whatever it might be. So we want to be our courageous self. Okay, these things happen. Okay, something else came by and I have to go back and then I shall continue on. You mentioned the word essence. That is who we are at our soul level. It is our essence. I love that word. That's why I named the show Embracing Your Essence. Way back when I came up with that title, it was all about embracing your soul, but I used essence instead. That is the word that came to my mind when I watched my mom pass. Her essence was overwhelmingly beautiful. I can't explain it in words. Oh my goodness, that just gave me goosebumps, Cindy. It just gave me goosebumps that you could recognize that and feel that. Oh, that's so beautiful. My inner compass is spinning and I don't know which way to go. The thing to do is when we get, in our heads, I call it crazy brain, when our minds go, 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 go. What we want to do is always go within. This is my message. This is my message. It's going to be this message until I die. Okay. And then some. Maybe I'll do it from the other side as well. Hence the writing of the book. That how important it is to be true to ourselves, to understand who we are, to be willing to step into that. It's unknown. It can be scary. It can be because we don't know, So we want to be ourselves as much as possible. And that is our soul. Okay. Would love advice on continuing my journey when living with someone who expresses negativity on it. Ooh, okay, I'm going to do that one. Then I'm going to go back to the signs and other things. And then I'll make notes later. Okay. I don't want to get too far distracted or I might run out of time to do as many readings as you guys want me to do, right? When we are on a spiritual journey, what can happen is that the people around us, our family members, our partners, our kids, our friends, they may not like the changes within us. They may not like who we are becoming as we let go of those things that are no longer important to us, that are no longer our truth. They don't like change. They want everything to stay the same. So lots of times when we're on that journey and we're expressing our soul, we're expressing our truth, the people around us are uncomfortable. And when they're uncomfortable, they want you to go back to how you used to be. So now is the time when you double down and you say, no, that's not me anymore. I'm going to be my courageous self. Usually what happens is our friends and our family will get used to the new version of us. And our vibration, as it increases, can help them start to look at life from a different perspective. Sometimes we have to let go of people who don't understand or maybe belittle us for what we believe to be true. So there's a shift that does happen as we step into our power, as we step into our soul. But the more you do that, the stronger you become and the easier it becomes to handle these kinds of things, especially if we don't try to make the answers happen the way we want them. Okay. Yeah. See, I know. I see some of you have that happening, huh? Where your family just doesn't really get it. I'm really lucky because my family, they get me, and a lot of them are like me. So I'm really lucky about that. And all my close friends and clients and everything, they get me. They get my almost annoyingly happiness. So yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? We have to stand in our truth. And I actually talk about that kind of story in my book about how when we make a change in our lives, how sometimes our partners don't like it or our family doesn't like it. I do talk about that in there. Okay, so let's go back so I don't wander too far away from everything, even though these are amazing questions and I am so writing them all down. Some more signs that your soul is calling to you and saying, hello, hello, let me express myself. You're starting to become more focused on what feels right instead of thinking. Okay, thinking. We were so used to analyzing. Now we're going with our gut. Oh, I have to respond to this comment right away. Cindy is saying she's told she's selfish. That is exactly what I was told about, 15 years ago. That is exactly the story in my book where I talk about this woman, and just a small story in there about being told she was selfish, because she wanted to go to the gym and take care of herself. Self-care is not selfish. Being you, yourself, living in your truth is never going to be selfish. So when someone says you're selfish, they're trying to control you. They're trying to make you stay the way you used to be. And sometimes we feel like we should go back that way because it was easier. Don't do that. Be courageous. Be your courageous self. Be courageously you. Stand in your power. Paul is saying that many have abandoned me. Yes, because I'm not who they want me to be. See the effect of what has happened in our lives from our programming and conditioning from a young age. Other people expect us to be somebody other than who we truly are. We don't want that. We want to be ourselves, but we have to break free. And it can be a challenge to break free from others' expectations because we've been doing it forever. It's a habit. It's a pattern. We've been doing it forever, trying to keep other people happy. Okay? And I understand because believe me, I have been there. I have so been there. Everything in my book, it's all my lessons. And, I'm one of my coaching groups said to me that last week, I think it was that I'm authentic. I share everything. Something goes wrong with me, I'm going to tell you all about it and how I failed at it and what I did instead. We want to be like that. There's so much here. Hold on, I need a pen. Yeah, I got so many thoughts going in my head right at this moment at once as spirits coming in and everything going on here. Spirits and guides. Okay, so there are a lot of things happening now. Remember, well, maybe you've never heard me say this before, but I've said it before. We are in that consciousness shift and everything is accelerated. Everything. People are waking up and they don't know what the heck is going on. Okay, you guys who are already starting to understand, or maybe you already realize you're waking up, maybe you've been awake for a while, you understand this. But what happens in this shift is everything is accelerating. Lessons are coming, boom, 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 boom. You have experiences where you have to figure out who you want to be. You have to figure out what you want to do. Your soul can guide you. Your soul can help you. My suggestion tonight, and probably forever, is to strengthen that connection, to understand your soul and allow it to guide you. Okay? So we are going to be talking about that further as I just go on and on and on. I may have to continue this next week, won't I? Okay, so here's some more signs that your soul is wanting you to acknowledge it. You're starting to feel like you really want to be centered, peaceful, loving. You're tired of the drama. You don't want to do it anymore. You just don't. You don't want to do it anymore. You just want to be peaceful. Lost a friend recently. I found a new peace in visiting Lilydale. My friend told me it is the Bible. It is in the Bible to not visit mediums, judging me. Yes, there's spiritual evolution. Yes, Carol, I love that phrase. Spiritual journey. The vast majority of people in Lilydale are of the God energy. They are of the divine energy. The mediums, we all want to help people. We want people to feel that peace. We want them to feel that connection to their spirit. We want them to understand who they are in themselves as well. And in the Bible, there's all sorts of really interesting things that are not necessarily true. I think there's something really big in there about mildew or mold or something, and not mixing your fabrics together. I mean, there's some weird stuff in there. Some good information too. But some of the people, they want people to follow their path. Their path is not your path. No, be an outlier. Be an outlier. Don't follow somebody else's path. Don't do it. Okay. Another sign your soul wants you is you feel like you want to help other people. You want to be there for them. You want to help guide them. You want to support them. You want to love them. Okay. You may also, in that regard, you might also feel like you're looking for your people, in quotes. You're looking for those like-minded people who get you, where you feel safe, where you feel safe to be you, where you feel safe to be authentic, where you have those genuine connections. And yes, that does mean sometimes we have to let go of some other people. But usually they'll come to you. The more you understand yourself, they will come to you. People do always criticize the unknown D, don't they? They really do. You may, speaking of letting go, you may feel like you do have to let go of certain things. You might come to the understanding that you have to let go of some beliefs that have kept you stuck in disempowerment or feelings of unworthiness. At our soul level, we are perfect. We are worthy. We are deserving. We are positive energies. We are love. We are light. We are peace. We are joy. That's who we are at our soul level. Isn't that exciting? It's so exciting. When you understand who you are at the soul level, just a little bit, I don't know that we can understand the vast depth of it all, but we can certainly get a good chunk going here in our heads. There's a freedom from living at that soul level because we realize we don't have to figure it out. We let the divine universal energy take care of it. Our soul knows how to handle everything in our lives. Maybe I should start a little tribe. Anyway, we know how to do this. Okay, our soul knows what we need. Our soul will take us where we need to go. So we don't have to worry about what others think of us. We don't have to worry about what problems we might be having in our lives. We're secure in the truth of who we are. We trust the process of life to lead us to our soul. And that's in my book, and I call it the Life Labyrinth. The Life Labyrinth takes us to our center, which is our soul. You begin to understand that so much of what you thought was important was actually an illusion. It's not important. So the external success, the outside validation, the financial success, the pleasing others, the putting other people's needs ahead of your own, that's all an illusion. But you can use all of that to help you get to understanding who you truly are at your soul level. You can use it. You can take those experiences and say, how does this help me recognize my soul, who I truly am? You can do those things. In this soul level, in this divine energy that we're in, you're in the spiritual flow of limitless abundance, limitless abilities that do affect our physical life. They affect who we are. We learn to trust ourselves because we're trusting the divine. When we trust the divine universal energy, we're trusting ourselves. We're trusting our soul. And then we're creating more meaning, more purpose, and more joy. When we're truly living from the soul's perspective, we are living from the eyes of love. So what does that mean, right? What does that mean? It means we have compassion, we have understanding, we have kindness, we have peace. And when we understand all of this, that helps us as we make choices, as we move forward. So what we're going to do is I'm going to talk just a teeny bit more, then don't worry, I'll start talking to whoever gets my attention under here. But don't do it yet. Don't start saying you want a reading yet, because there's so many things going on right here in my comments that, I might miss it. So don't tell me yet. Okay. So in the soul, so let's say, what is true is that you are in the soul's expression of love. Okay, right? That's who you are. You will express it in your own way because you are a unique expression of the soul, the unique expression of the divine universal energy. Okay? So to respond to everything with love, what does that mean? Okay? There's different ways to do this. It could be supporting and encouraging other people, of course. You might physically help somebody, listen to them, be there for them. It might mean that when someone doesn't understand you, instead of reacting out of anger, you step back a little bit and you go, okay, how can I look at this from a loving perspective? They're scared. They don't want me to change. They want me to stay how it used to be. So they're actually scared. They're uncomfortable. Okay, so when you can recognize that, to respond with love, you might say, I know this might be making you a little uncomfortable, but this is so important to me that I live true to myself, and I hope you can support me. And there you go. You've said your truth. You've strengthened your power by speaking your truth. Now you're showing yourself love. You're honoring and loving yourself. Loving ourselves means we might have to, bad sentence, let go of people who are judgmental, critical, or unkind. It also means that we have to protect our own energy. We have to treat ourselves kindly. Okay, looking through the eyes of love has to be back at ourselves as well. We all have a bit of an inner critic, so we have to recognize that inner critic and try to counterbalance it from the loving perspective. And recognize that we are doing the best we can, where we are right now today. And maybe tomorrow we'll do it even better. Who knows? So love is back to ourselves. In your soul's energy, you're strong in your truth. You believe and trust in yourself. Those other people's opinions won't affect you as much. They might bother you, of course. But because you're aware of your soul and you're choosing to return to it time and again, you will get through it much faster. You'll get back to being centered faster. Okay? So to discover who you are at your soul level, some of the things I've already said may have helped you start thinking about who are you at the soul level, but some things to think about. Just some thoughts. How does your soul want to be expressed? If you, and you are, were the divine expression, how would you express the divine through yourself? How would your soul want to do that? And just allow the answers to come to you. Don't think. Because some people go, well, I know it has to be love. There's variations of different kinds of love. It doesn't have to be a certain kind of love. Okay? So what qualities are important to you? What are your values? Think about those things. That will help lead you to your soul, how you express your soul, because you're already expressing your soul in some ways now. You're already doing it. Okay, this isn't like brand new here. You're already doing it. You may not be intentionally doing it. You may not be aware of how you're doing it, but you're already doing a lot of it. And you can do even more of it. Okay, you want to think about what your spiritual beliefs are. Are they empowering? Or are they fear-based? Now, that belief that you're, talking to dead people, as a medium might, is a fear-based belief, because people who are of that belief system are like, oh, you're doing that, you're going to go to hell. That's a fear-based belief system. Okay, so think about what has happened in your life. And maybe you came from that old-fashioned, stereotypical, fundamental religion where it was more fear-based. And you may have some leftover beliefs there that you need to release or transform. So you want to think about your spiritual beliefs, okay? Then you might want to also consider what your strengths are. Are you a good communicator? Maybe you're a teacher, or you're a nurturer or caregiver. How you help other people. Maybe you're an organizing person and you help other people organize. Maybe you analyze things for people. Whatever it might be, okay? With the soul, even though I keep saying think about these things, I wish I had a different word. What could I say? Contemplate. How about contemplate? Still thinking. But anyway, I don't want you to sit there, think. What I really want you to do is to feel it. The soul is a feeling energy. It's a feeling. You trust your energy. And I must say, thank you, people, for sending stars, and whoever recommended that I do that last week. I really appreciate your kindness and letting me know I needed to do that. Because as you know, I am volunteering my time here, for Lily Dale and for you guys, because I want to help. So think about that, okay? So let it just come to you. If you do want some guidance, I will mention my book, and then I'm going to do the readings. So one more time, Courageously You, in there. It literally is a roadmap. It literally is a guide, step by step, showing you different ways to handle your life and get there, get to the truth. And it's an ongoing process. I've been doing this for 20 years, and over 20 years actually on my spiritual path. I've been doing this for over 20 years, and I still every day learn something new about myself. So I get stronger and stronger in knowing who I am. Okay, so this is what we're going to do, people. I'm just moving stuff around me because if you've ever watched me do a reading before, and this is kind of like doing readings, I wave my arms around all the time. So I've moved everything except the microphone, and hopefully I don't knock it off my stand here. So, I don't know who has said it. Was it Kylie who suggested the stars? You are the star. Oh, you're so sweet, Dana. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. We are going to do soul readings. Mini soul readings. I do longer ones, like you can sign up for them on my website. Literally, you can sign up for a 45-minute soul reading where we talk about in depth who you are, more of what your purpose might be. Now, your purpose is another thing that is revealed to you, but we can give you a little direction maybe, and how you can use that information to move forward. So we are going to do some of those things. So I have that on my website tonight. We're going to do mini readings. You know me, mini might not be so many, but I will try because I do want to get to as many people as possible. And just remind you, you must be on my page on Facebook, Colleen Vander Zijden, medium and intuitive life coach. Because if you are on Lily Dale's page, I'm sorry, I can't see your comments. And that's how I'm going to pick people, is by looking at the comments and going with whoever gets my attention. I may do some of the things we did last week with some of the colors. I'm just going to go with whatever comes in. My plan is to give you a soul reading so you understand a little bit more about your strengths, what your soul came into this lifetime to achieve, how you can help people, all of that stuff. Okay, so here we go. Who do I want? Let me see who gets my list, my attention right now. Somebody said something earlier. Nancy. There was somebody named Nancy. Okay, Nancy, whoever you were, I wrote your name down because I wanted to talk to you. I'm going to talk to Amy. Amy sorry. Amy. Okay, Amy. Oh, Amy, you have the most wonderful soul colors right now. I am going to go do a color with you. I've got 3 colors going with you. I've got violet color, which is a spiritual color, third eye intuition color. I've also got this amazing. I am not a green color person, but this is a beautiful green, almost like a seafoam kind of green. Okay, green is a healing color, and it also goes with the heart. Okay, and then I get a little bit of a yellow around there. Okay, with you and with you, Amy. It is so cool because yellow is personal power, your confidence, and it also goes for me with talking. Okay, so this is very interesting because for you, having 3 things come into my mind so quickly like that, the lilac would be, like the violet color is the spiritual, and I get the healing, and I really wonder. I would like to know, Amy, if you are a person who. I'm going to look for your comment so I can see it. I hope it pops up. I wonder if you're the kind of person who likes to uplift and inspire other people. Your energy is about connection. You are a connector, Amy. You are somebody who is there for other people, wants to encourage them, and wants to help them also see who they truly are. Okay, and so Amy, I'm going to leave that with you, and you can give me a comment at some point, just to let me know if you are that kind of person, because there is a lot. They're just such beautiful colors, and they go together so well. Somebody asked last week when we were talking about the soul colors, or the aura colors, if they blend or if I see them in layers. Sometimes I can see them literally like layers. They go one after another, but they're very clear and distinct for me. Sometimes they swirl. Okay, hers was kind of all over the place. And that kind of swirly but distinct at the same time. Interesting. I love reading people's energies. Lori Kannenberg Kowalski. Oh, I apologize to everybody in advance for how I pronounce your name. Lori, this is interesting. There's a lot of orange around you, and orange is the color of creativity. Orange for you, now this is interesting. Orange for you is the color to, how can I say this? Replenish your energy. That's what I want to say. It's the color to replenish your energy. If you're in a heartbroken place, what tends to happen for everybody is when we are in a heartbroken place, our energy is spent trying to survive. Okay, we're doing the best we can to continue on. If we've experienced loss and we're in grief and we're in heartbreak, our energy is going to go inside our body and try to get strengthened. So it may not be as expansive. Last week I talked about the aura expanding. The further out it is, the stronger it is generally. And when we're in that heartbroken place, it's going to come inside. So for some reason, I'm seeing the orange color for you, and I want to use that as a way to release some energy and give you more energy. At the same time, I'm also feeling the blue energy, and I feel the sense of you struggling in terms of expressing your emotions. And I do wonder if there's someone around you where you feel uncomfortable expressing yourself. At your soul level, you are a very sensitive person. You've always been that way. You're also a big empath. It's taken you a long time to figure out who you truly are. And you're still doing it. It's taking you a long time to become more secure in your truth. And for you, it's necessary to do the self-care. Okay, and in expressing your soul's truth, expressing your soul is so important to you in terms of honoring yourself. being able to look at yourself kindly and giving yourself the space you need to do whatever you need to do. Okay. You also have the same kind of energy that Amy does in terms of wanting to be there to help other people. And I do wonder too, Lori, if you are the kind of person who gives a little bit too much and kind of isn't so great about your own boundaries. Okay. So as you guys are she works in the dental field, Amy. As I talk to you, please you can leave me comments and I will check them. There's so many comments coming in. I may not see them right away. Nancy, you said something earlier and I cannot remember what you said, but for some reason I was drawn to you. Say it again and I'm looking. I am looking for it. Okay. And I have a pen here, so I will write it down if it pops up. This is overwhelming. How do you handle all the requests? Cindy, don't worry about it. I trust spirit to guide me to where I need to go. I would love to give all of you and readings. And Leslie, I'm going to come to, oh man, I want to do Leslie. And Nancy, I'm going to keep looking for your comment, Nancy. I got to remember whatever you said earlier, that caught my attention. So put it in again and I'm looking for it. And who did I just say I was going to talk to? Leslie. Okay. Thank you. Lori does give too much. See, it's amazing, isn't it? Back to yourself, Lori. Back to yourself. Don't forget yourself. Okay. Leslie. Oh, Leslie, did I ever do you before? That sounds funny. Sorry. Nobody be offended by how I speak. This is just how it is when I'm doing readings. Because Leslie, have I talked to you before? Because I've got the most vibrant purple color around you right now. The most vibrant purple. And for you, your soul's expression is all about expanding into that spiritual realm. It is all about, for you, it's all about the truth, integrity. It's all about truth, integrity. Yes, you must be, I have not talked to you before. Okay, Leslie, your energy must feel familiar to me. Okay, that's really funny. So truth and integrity for you. It really, truly is important. I wonder if you might be a little bit impatient with people who are manipulative, shall we say. Stand strong in your integrity. That's what's important for you. Okay, and I'm checking to see if Nancy responded further. Found you by accident. I tell you, it is meant to be. There are so many things. Family loss, legal stuff. That's what it was. Thank you, Nancy. Threw me off track and help with helping that. Yes, thank you. Yes. It is so interesting. I don't know why you got my attention before, but thank you for posting it again so I could remember why I was drawn to you. In our physical lifetimes, we have so many situations that happen that are opportunities to reconnect with our soul. Absolutely. And Nancy, I know that your soul's expression is also one of helping other people. I know you've also been the kind of person who has put other people's needs ahead of your own. And I also know that you feel very deeply. And with this, this is interesting. You have silver color around you. I love doing the colors. Silver to me means abundance. And in this case, it also means to me step by step analyzing. And I'm wondering, Nancy, if you're the kind of person who has always throughout your life been very good at figuring things out. You know, you figure stuff out. And now with uncertainty and loss and everything that's happening, because it's so out of control in your life, if it's been a bigger challenge because you're so used to figuring things out yourself. But silver is abundance. And that means several things to me right now about your soul. One, that you are strongly connected to the divine energy and that you have that energy of abundance there. Your life at this point is all about trusting the path, that the path is going to appear to you. Your life is about trusting that it's going to come, trusting that you can do what you're supposed to do. The color for you that trust comes in for you is, I've got the silver, something else. You know what? It's the yellow. It's the yellow. And have you, Nancy, been having some pains, like stomach issues? Like, are you having nervous stomach or stomach aches or anything like that happening? because I'm feeling that all of a sudden. And I pick up on other people's bodies. And so if something comes into my head, I will say it. If you ever had a reading with me, I will say anything that pops into my head, without, swearing too much, depending on what the spirit wants to talk about. But yeah, so Nancy, let me know if that makes sense to you. So cool. The yellow energy is the confident color. The yellow energy is the personal power color. Okay. If to strengthen that, especially if you're going through difficult times, I would like meditate on the yellow color and allow that color to come in. We can use the colors to strengthen our energy and also use them for healing purposes too. Okay, so and also Nancy, a lot of people have relied on you. So you've been the strong one. You have been strong. That is part of your soul's purpose, to be there for other people. Remember not to sacrifice yourself for other people's stuff. Okay? So if that makes sense, you can let me know. Let's see. You are welcome, Nancy. Okay, I am looking to see who else catches my interest. Okay, good. Okay, I'm going to go back up a little bit. For some reason, I feel like I'm looking for somebody in particular, but that would be spot on. Thank you. I'm glad, Leslie. I feel like I'm looking for somebody in particular, but I don't know who. Isn't that interesting? That's weird. Okay, I just saw it. Lori Micah, wherever it went. Lori Micah Calamari. For some reason, I am drawn to you. I tell you, Spirit is amazing. Spirit always knows where we need to go, and they will guide me. Okay. Who did I just say? Oh, well, I remember. I know the energy. Oh, well, don't worry. Whoever it was, tell me your name again. But I've got your energy, so we are good. I am seeing. Oh, this is so cool. Okay, this is what I'm seeing. I get excited. No kidding, right? I'm seeing green, and I'm seeing violet, and I am seeing blue. And here's the interesting part. I am seeing it like this: green, violet, and blue. It's so wonderful. The green is the healing heart color. Okay. The blue is the communication. The violet for me is spiritual and third eye intuition. As I look at it in my mind's eye, oh, it's so pretty. It swirls. It just swirls. And I wonder if you are working on balance. Okay. And I'm also wondering, and creativity is usually the orange color, but for you, I want to ask if you are creative. If you are a person who is open to exploring, I feel like you're open, your soul is open to exploring what is true for you and sharing what you learn with other people. I wonder if that is true for you. That is, was it Sadie? Sadie, sorry. Okay. Everybody's like, is it me? Is it me? Is it me? I don't know. I said the name and I totally forgot who it was. Isn't that bad? If this sounds like you and you want it, you take it. How about that? I got distracted from that. But anyway, if you remember, you heard me say your name. That was you. And it is beautiful. It is just beautiful. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's see who else I want to do here. Looking for me. I'm looking for you, Kyle, and I don't even know. So, Kyle, I am looking for you. This is interesting. Immediately my energy went whoo, and I felt more settled. You have an energy to me that is very calming, that people can count on, that people can rely on. Your soul's expression is actually kind of a grounding energy to me, Kyle. So I wonder for you if you are very good about keeping other people settled. I wonder if you're really good at that. Keeping people settled, helping them kind of get out of their drama in their own head. And I also wonder, for some reason, I get a bit of a feeling of you being holding yourself up to a very high standard, expecting yourself to be really amazing. And that's good, okay? It's not a bad thing. as long as you're not beating yourself up for not reaching something, okay? Your soul, so interesting. This grounding feeling is just so pervasive right now. I just feel so much more centered and grounded and back in my body and not so far in my head. So thank you, Kyle. So I feel definitely down here. And you must be such a good friend to other people. And you must be such a good, loyal person and be there and really help them. Uh, oh, amazing. Just amazing. Okay, I like how people are telling me what I said. You're glowing. Yeah, I know. I just when I get in spirit mode, when I'm connecting with people's souls, with their energy, their spirits, their guides, whoever it might be, and I'm doing the work of spirit, because this to me is the work of spirit. When I am in that divine energetic flow, my energy is like all over the place and so bright, and I just feel so connected, just so connected this way. It was for Lori. You guys are so, yes, that's who it was, Lori Calamari. Thank you. I'm glad you guys knew who it was. You guys are so wonderful. You are so helpful. I just love you guys. You're so helpful. Okay, I'm trying to figure myself out. And you were the ones, Lori Calamari, where I was talking about the things. You got it all going, girl. It's so beautiful. It is so beautiful. I'm right back in that energy because the color is just so amazing, so vibrant. It's the mix of the healing with the spiritual, with the communication, speaking your truth, all of that. So you have a gentle spiritual energy about you. You're connected. You are connected. Emphasize that with yourself. Allow it to come. Allow it to come. Okay, let me see who else. It's your eyes. First time here. This is just so amazing. I love this. Anything. I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting to see what feels right. Okay, some of you have asked me a few times and I remember your name, so that's good. I'll try to do this. Let's do Leda or Lida Lopez because it is her first time here. So that will be fun. And don't worry, maybe we'll do this again next week. If you want me to do something like this again next week, I will just keep going with the soul. We'll just call March Soul Growth Development Month or something like that. So Leda or Lida or Lida or however you say it. Oh, oh, this is going to be cool. Wait to hear this one. Immediately, and I saw this something similar with somebody last week. I see sparkles, literally sparkles, like beautiful stars just shining and glowing and moving and swirling and luminescence, beautiful, beautiful light. I feel with your soul that to me symbolizes joy. That symbolizes excitement, passion, kindness. It symbolizes this soul who, you know how some people look for the silver linings? That's what it is. I feel like I'm looking for the positive. So if you do that now, Lida or Lida, I'm so sorry. Amazing, wonderful. And if you don't, that to me feels like your soul's purpose. To look for the joy, to express that joy, to have some enthusiasm, some excitement, and to really be in that space. You will have to let me know if that makes sense to you because this is just amazing. It's such a beautiful feeling. Like I feel tingling in my body, which does make me wonder, do you do any kind of healing work or like literal hands-on healing, anything like that? If you do anything like that. Your purpose, if you will, is to spread joy. That's a pretty cool purpose if I ever heard of one, right? Okay, now I'm going to go down a little bit more. Ooh, Soul Seekers. I like that. Soul Seekers. That's a great name. Soul growth. It's fun, huh? It is fun. Sparkles, right? Ah. Oh, and everybody's like, oh, give me sparkles now. Oh, yeah, March rebirth. Kelly, that makes sense. I never had a reading in my entire life, and I would love to hear from you. D. Okay, D. I'll bite. I'll bite that one. Um, Hold on 2 seconds. I got to write down somebody else's name right now so I don't forget. Okay, so D. Nice. Nice. Okay, D. For you, I feel this. How do I put this? I want to say ambition, but I don't like that word. Purpose. That's the word I want. I want purpose here with you, D. I feel in your soul that you want purpose, that you have a purpose, okay? Your purpose is to have a purpose. It seems like you need direction in order to move forward. You like to have direction. That's a better way of saying it. You like it, not that you need it. You like to have direction as you move forward. The colors I see around you, I get some gray, and sometimes people might think that that's a bad color. For me, it is not. Gray is a grounding color to me. It makes me feel secure in my truth. It brings me down when I get too far up. As you can imagine, I might need that. So D, I feel that. I feel that sense of purpose. I feel that need to move forward. I also feel this purpose, if you will, of bigger than you can imagine. Okay? Lots of times we think of a purpose and we want to change the world, right? It doesn't have to be that big, okay? We can do small purposes. You know, spreading joy seems like a small purpose, but it has profound ripple effect, okay? Same thing here. What I see is when you reveal, when you allow, when you let things come in, your path will appear to you. Your purpose will appear to you. It will be bigger than you think it is. Do you do any public speaking, D? I'm yes to everything you're saying. I want to know if you do any public speaking. Tell me about that. Because there's this, well, I see it. So there you go. Okay. Well, anyway, there you go, D. You got some big stuff coming. Allow it to come. Don't try to control it. Allow it. That means we do take steps, though, okay? Sometimes people, when I say to people, just let it come to you, I mean, it sounds like it's just going to magically appear, which it is, but we still have to take action. One small step. That's all we have to do. One small step. Not, okay. Keep it in the back of your mind, D. Public speaking, keep it back there because I'm seeing it. Now, that doesn't mean just because I see it that it's going to happen. It has to happen. I just wonder. You can let me know in a year or two. You can tell me. Yes. Okay. Oh, yes. Wait. Now I can't read my handwriting. Don't worry, D. Even if you don't think you're going to do it, I really do wonder. I really do wonder. We'll see. We'll see. Hold on. I'm writing down two people's names so that I don't get confused. Okay, so Courtney Gallant, something like that. Okay, if you're still here. You asked about your abilities, what your abilities are. Sometimes in our physical lifetime, we are concerned about what is next. What are we good at? Okay, and sometimes we can get stuck thinking about it. Okay, and instead, I want you to feel into that yourself. With your soul, you probably already know this. Well, you should already know this. If you don't already know this, I would be shocked. You are a very kind person. You're a very loyal person. You are there for other people. You are the nurturer. You're the caregiver kind of person. Okay? You are the person who... that's interesting. You know how sometimes when we have something that in ourselves and it's so common and so normal for us that we don't recognize how important it is? That's you, Courtney. Okay? Your kindness is a really big deal. You have a lot of empathy. Okay? These are your abilities. Your abilities are connection. You are a connector in some way or another. You're the kind of person who, even if you might be shy on occasion, once you get more comfortable, you're really there for people and you really support them. Sometimes when we think of abilities, we also think that it has to be something, just gigantic or something. It doesn't have to be at all. Not at all. Everything, and maybe I shouldn't have said it that way because everything is important. Smiling at somebody as you go down the street. And by the way, you have a beautiful smile, Courtney. Beautiful smile. You also have the gift. Ooh, this is good. You also have the gift of seeing people for who they are. Some of it's been hard won. You've had some issues that have made it a challenge. You've had to become more discerning. But you can see people for who they truly are. Which leads me to wanting to say to you, make sure, because this is part of your soul's expression, that you are looking at people through the eyes of love. That's you. Wow, Courtney, that's deep. That's you, Courtney. Woohoo! Okay. D's like, no, I'm not speaking. You can't make me. This you will. Don't worry. I know purposes in life. I know, right? Oh, yeah. Okay. Cindy West. What did you say, Cindy? I wrote your name down. So something you said caught my attention. Direction. There we go. Look at that. I found you quickly. It's a miracle. Miracle. Direction. Okay. Now this is fun. Okay, your soul. Okay. Your soul's expression is to learn to trust. To trust the unfoldment. I know you're going, oh, come on. I don't really want that. I want you to tell me which way to go. Okay? I know you're doing that. So yours is to trust the unfoldment of the path. To trust that everything that happens is helping you get to where you need to be. Now, here's a vision I got for you right there. Instead of facing in the direction you're facing, turn around and face the other direction. Where you're looking is not where the answer is. The answer is in an unexpected place that you obviously don't know which one it is. It's unexpected. What happens sometimes when we're looking for direction is we go back and forth between this and this and this and this and this. That message to me means stop doing that and instead just wait and allow, turn around and do it a totally different way. Do it a totally different way and just let it come. If your soul's expression is to learn to trust, I wonder if you've been too trusting in the past and have had to stop trusting other people as much. Maybe somebody really, wasn't very nice or something. I wonder about that. You can let me know about that, Cindy. I do wonder. And because it's a feeling of reconnecting to trusting. Now, trusting, when I'm talking about trusting, I'm not talking about you trusting every single person around you. I'm talking about trusting yourself, trusting your soul, trusting the universe, trusting the divine energy. I'm talking about that kind of trust, trusting something really big. And you are part of that bigness, if you will. So it must trust. You must trust. I wonder about that. Anyway. And one more thing, Cindy. Do you do any kind of a lot of work on the computer, a lot of writing or a lot of like either creative writing or data input or something like that? But I want writing with you because I'm seeing a lot of letters, letters, letters. I'm seeing a lot of letters, ABCDs, those kind of letters. Yeah. So there's something to that too. One more thing, and then I'll stop talking to you. But one more thing, and everybody can try this as well, is, doing some automatic inspired writing. I will be doing that in my retreat in June, teaching people how to do that, how to do automatic writing and get messages from spirit, messages from your higher self, messages from guides, whoever you get messages from, not from our our personal thinking mind, but from our higher angelic spiritual presence. You might try doing some of that kind of writing and just seeing what comes through for some reason. There, that pops in. I love when things pop into my head. I'll say anything. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna come back. Okay, Courtney, good. That made sense, I guess. I know my purpose. I try to live it. Yes, it should. Now it's taking away. We have such a vision for the future and it doesn't seem far. How do we express our vision in the face of this fear? Rebecca, everybody, since you're still here, everybody send healing to Rebecca's partner. Okay, she's having a lot of health concerns. Just send the intention of healing to help her. I know, how unfair is this, right? When we have something that happens in our life and it disrupts everything, and it's such a, and I'm going to use the word intentionally, catastrophe. You know, our dreams don't seem, it doesn't feel like they're going to be there. You know, this is, I don't ever want to sound like I am dismissive of the pain people are going through from a loss of a person or struggling with everything else. Something as horrific as Rebecca and her partner are going through right now. Okay. So keep that all in mind with what I'm about to say. I understand it all. I've been in not a situation like hers specifically by any means, but I've been in other situations where it seemed like, oh, all hope is lost and that we don't know what to do. And it's, in a sense, almost overwhelming, and the uncertainty and the fear of the future and the fear of what's happening. What we really want to do with this is instead of focusing on the fear and the potential loss, which may or may not happen, is instead really get strong. If this is your belief system, get strong on connecting with that soul and the divine energy. In a sense, when people have a serious illness, lots of times what happens is they start to recognize the small, important, loving moments of life. They start to express the gratitude for what they've had and what they currently have, those small moments. And I'm not negating in any way whatsoever what is happening, okay, at all, because I personally, I would not want to be in your shoes, and I know how hard it has to be. I mean, I don't know it. I can imagine it, how hard it must be. And I also know you're a very strong person, Rebecca. And I know you've been the kind of person who has really, really worked hard to be optimistic and positive, and has been very supportive to your partner and encouraging and letting them know you're going to be there and do everything you can to help. So you're doing the right things. You're really very much doing the right things. This is the time where we focus on the present. This is what we focus on, what's happening right at this moment, looking for the joy, looking for the positive moments within it, okay? This is what we want to do. This will help us get out of the fear, help us get out of that. You have a strong soul, Rebecca. Your soul is one that of everything I just described. You are that. You are doing everything you can as best you can. It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And one more thing. Okay, I'm not a doctor. I can't do anything medically. I can't diagnose nor prescribe. And I wonder if your partner is having some pain, though, in her head, his head, her head, their head, whatever. Some pain up there. And some feelings of dizziness. And I'm wondering if there's like a medication or something that might be affecting them. Anyway, that pops in. I just want to acknowledge that. And thank you, everybody, for sending love to Rebecca and her partner. And while we're at it, we might as well send some to the Ukraine, huh? I can't even. But anyway, we'll send love there. Sending healing to Rebecca's partner. Okay. So we are having a Mexican feast in our bed here at the hospital and moving closer to love every day. This I know. Rewriting my future without a key player. Somebody else? Okay. This I know. Yeah, and really, truly, as humans, it can be very hard to go through a big struggle like that. I mean, it is hard. It can be very, 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 very difficult If we can hold on to the love, if we can hold on to the present, if we can hold on to the trust in the spirit, we will we will feel more empowered, and it will be easier as we move forward. Oh, oh. Okay. I'm going to do one more and then I'll stop talking. Oh, spinal infection, abscess, and a headache. Okay. Thank you, Rebecca, for validating and verifying that. Yeah. There's something interesting. Okay, Rebecca, I don't know if you can see me. Is anything going on right here with her? Like it just I don't know, like a port or something like this. I get a little bit of a pressure right here. Okay, and I wonder about that. Okay, I'm gonna do one more, I think, because I got to be careful I don't overextend my energy and exhaust myself. I'm gonna mention my book one more time. This can help you find your soul, step by step roadmap. My website, ColleenVanderzijden.com, or BeCourageouslyYou.com should work. Lilydale Assembly. .org, Lilydale Assembly Incorporated on Facebook. Follow me on my page if you haven't yet. Colleen Vanderzijden, Medium Intuitive Life Coach. Okay, who is going to get my attention right for this very last one? Who is going to do it? You are doing my dog. Okay, let's see. I'm going to spin. I'm spinning the wheel and seeing where it ends up. That's actually what I'm doing right now. Yeah, you guys are awesome. You really are. Okay, let's do, yeah, love to the Ukraine, right, Jill? It's amazing, isn't it? Yeah, Della, I'm not doing spirit talk tonight. I'm actually just connecting, just in quotes, connecting to people's souls. That sounds pretty deep, doesn't it? I'm connecting to souls and basically giving an aura reading and a soul expression reading tonight. Okay, Colleen Rogers Ray. I will end with a Colleen. How's that? That's always fun. Colleen, have you been feeling like you're in a bit of a whirlpool? Getting kind of sucked down? For you, your soul color is going to be, which one do I really like the best? I think I'm going to go with yellow for you, and it's a pale yellow. Okay, so I'm seeing a pale yellow. Yellow again is personal power, confidence, sometimes talking, believing in yourself. It also represents joy. To me, it feels like there's a lot of that joy there that hasn't really been expressed so much lately, but the color is not gone. It is still there. I do get the green healing overlaying that, and it's a darker, almost a forest green kind of tree green. That to me is strong healing for you. I want strong healing. Okay. There's also the violet color with you too. And the violet color goes with being sensitive and dreams and intuition. Colleen, do you have a lot of dreams? A lot of dreams, and they give you messages? Anything like that happen with you? I feel an opening up for you with this violet color. I feel it opening up and really starting to connect with the spiritual aspects of yourself. I really feel you doing that. So interesting. So keep feeling that. I'm trying to find Colleen if she's commented yet. Yeah, so we've got healing coming in for you. I've got you connecting up to the divine. I've got yellow, the joy. I've got your personal power coming in. Okay, and there's a lot of stuff going on there with you. There is definitely a lot going on with you. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. So we're sending you lots, lots of energy too. Just connecting with people's souls. That's all. I know, right? It's amazing. Okay. Okay. So, Colleen, I will just leave that with you. Just feel those colors and allow it to guide you and show you the way. One more thing. This is what always happens when I do a reading. One more thing. For some reason, I'm seeing the Virgin Mary with you. Okay. I'm seeing that, the Virgin Mary. So we may have some guide energy coming in for you, the nurturing, caregiving, loving energy presence. So there's something with that. And you may be a part of that. Your soul expression may mirror the Virgin Mary. Ooh. Okay. So next week, I think what we'll do, maybe we'll continue on with this next week if you like. Let me know. So this kind of thing, it is kind of fun, isn't it? And maybe I'll try connecting with some guides or something too. I don't know. We'll see. And thank you for sending me all those stars. See, one, thanks to whoever again told me that last week. And again, my book, Courageously You, Magical Mind Games to Get Unstuck and Reignite Your Joy. We get stuck in our emotions. We get stuck in our thoughts. We get stuck in believing we're not good enough. We get stuck in listening to other people. We get stuck in so many different ways. And my book has strategies. I call them magical mind games to help you get unstuck so that you can get back to your joy and be you. Okay. I will stop talking now. Did I tell you everything I do? I think so. Okay, I went late again. Oh dear. Well, thank you so much for watching and being here tonight. And just let me know what you want me to do next week if you want me to continue. And I will do so. Because it's kind of fun doing this, isn't it? Yeah, it is interesting, isn't it? You know? Okay, you guys, thanks for reading my book. And you guys who do have my book, please write reviews on Amazon. I want to get 100 reviews. I have 10 now. And a lot of people have said they're going to write them, but I know it takes a little bit to go through the book and actually do it all, do everything in there. So you could read through it at once, then go back and then do it even more if you want to. But anyway, please do write reviews for me because it helps other people know if my book is right for them, because it may not be right for everybody, of course. Okay, you guys have a wonderful week, and I will see you next week. Bye.